Alright guys, so recently I started working on a Mitsubishi ECU that uses a M32R processor language. At first I couldn't get the processor language to work. I did some work on that processor language and was able to get it functioning within Ghidra, and I have those files on my GitHub, so I'll put the link for the GitHub with a working M32R processor. Let's look a little bit at structures and how we point to normalizers for 3D maps, and then how they then point to RAM or whichever direction it's going. I don't know, but let's just start with a map here. So for the sake of the video, we're going to call X to be RPM and load to be Y. Whether or not that's true, don't really care too much. So we copied that address, we're going to paste it here. And here's the beginning of that 3D map. You'll notice this 0003 and then 4 O's. This is a really common thing to see in Mitsubishi ECUs in both the M32R language and the SH2E language, which you would see used on SH7055, 7058 ECUs a lot also. But I think they typically have the 003 for a 3D map too. Yeah, we're going to turn that into a double word just for the sake of getting it out of our way. And then these are our pointers to finding our X and Y address location. Okay, so that is our 3D data structure. We'll copy that, go data, create structure, and we're going to call this 3D struct. Okay, and then to clear this up a little bit, and then this is our X, Y, don't know, X length. Yeah, we'll call that good for now. All right, so check this out. So again, we're calling this RPM. We're going to search those 4 bytes. I don't know why that's populating there. I like it down here. This is another 3D structure, so we're going to move on. There's the one we just did. 3D structure, 3D structure, 3D structure. I was going to say it might be wise to change these, into structures as we go. T, 3D. It'll save you time in the long run. You'll notice in every other one how they're landing here, right? And then you have the one that's different, right? Where it starts with those 4 bytes. Okay, so this is the scalar that all of those maps, or normalizer rather, that all of those maps that we just saw are pointing to these 4 bytes to pull this scalar as its x-axis. So we're going to say word, or double word rather, and then byte. Going to create structure, and we're going to call this a normalizer. This is going to end up being the pointer to RAM. So we're going to call this our RPM normalizer because we said that X was RPM. Okay, so D2EA. Going to search. Oh, this is not working. Okay, gonna search all. Again, I don't know why it's going up there, but whatever. Okay. So that's a normalizer, and so any normalizer that's pointing to this RAM address is going to be RPM, and we can prove that out later. Right, here's a different one. This is a normalizer, but it's pointing to a different RAM address. So this is our search that we did for that D2AE. See, this one's not referenced. All normalizers, every last one of these. RPM, mind you. Different lengths and whatnot. This is 1E down here, so multiply 1E. 30 long, rather than the other one was like, what, 15? Okay. All right, so is how I figured out that this was indeed pointing to RAM or calling RAM or however you want to put it. is right here. And I had to look at a few different ones to find the pattern. But see this 52AE? The only that stood out was 2AE, right? And the bytes that we're looking at are D2AE. So if we look, every single last one of them is a 2AE, 2AE, 52AE, 52AE, every last one of them. These first 4 bits, you know, this is an R6 at FP, this is an R2 at FP, and so on. But I can assure you, D2AE, when in a function, is always going to call this RAM address. And let's prove it real quick. So we're going to go ahead and take that. If it's a RAM address, I don't know. I'm not used to this language yet. I'm very new to it. All right. Okay. So let's go back to our search that we did, and every one of them. Look at that. Every last one of them. That's a lot. That's a lot of them. Every single last one of them. We just changed that name, and it rang true. All right. Now, how I pull, it would be really sweet. You know, like if this was a pointer, you know, like you turn this into a pointer, and you can rename this pointer. Let's see if we can do it real quick. See, it wants to change the field name. But if it was a pointer, you would be able to label it. Maybe one of you guys can pitch in and tell me how to get a label on these 4 bytes. That'd be really cool, because then I could call it RPM right here, and then as you saw it in each of its normalizers, you would know it was RPM. As it sits, this is what I do. Okay, we go and we throw that in Notepad, and we call that RPM. Right? Kind of dumb. At this point, I start to go on a tangent, and I kind of lose focus of the purpose of the video. So another takeaway that I was trying to add, though, is when you're working in Mitsubishi ECUs and you're trying to find the normalizers for a map that Winols did not identify, and you're not using Ghidra, you can just look up the byte sequence in front of whatever map that you're trying to find the normalizers for, and there will be clues in those. You'll be able to search those byte sequences in Winols to find wherever it's pointing to for its map. It's not going to help you find, you know, RAM addresses, obviously, because you can't really track that down in Winols. But as far as just finding normalizers for maps, yeah, you can totally do that. So another thing I should add is I'm going to post a link to another guy that's disassembling this M32R in IDA Pro. So there is something that he does. He goes to the RAM segments that IDA Pro sets up automatically that Ghidra also did, and he deletes like a lot of it that's not used. So check out his video, see what he does, run Ghidra's auto analysis against what he's doing in his video, just to, you know, have a better outcome. I appreciate any input that you guys have to offer. It helps me learn and everybody else that's watching these videos. I will be trying to post more regularly, so like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll keep the channel growing.